Hi, I'm Steve Martz, and I'm the Vice President of Global Technology at THX. I'm joined by our good friend and partner, David Kroll, Vice President of Product at KEF. We'll be chatting about the new THX Certified Theater at the KEF Music Lounge, featuring their THX Certified top-of-the-line extreme home theater speakers. Dave, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here, Steve. Good to see you
Good to
again.
see you too. So for those who may have missed our exciting news, can you let our viewers know what the Music Lounge Theater is?
Absolutely. About 2 years ago, we embarked on a very ambitious project we call the KEF Music Lounge. It's a space to allow our dealers and their consumers to conceptualize what is possible for state-of-the-art for music and video within the home. The space looks very much like a high-end penthouse in a downtown environment. And one room within that space is the KEF Extreme Theater, which is, as you've said now, a THX certified, full-blown, 9,000 plus cubic foot theater room, where you can really just experience the full cinematic state of the art being produced and recorded today.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Why was it important for KEF to build a Music Lounge Theater in the first place? What was the inspiration, behind creating it?
Well, some of it is hearing and seeing is believing. A lot of homeowners and a lot of dealers kind of have ideas on the project, but if they've never actually experienced the full what is possible, um, they may end up targeting short of what they could actually achieve. So it was important for us to show, beyond belief, what is it possible to create? What is it like to sit and experience the emotion of a movie in that environment, and then be able to bring dealers through here and train them on not just what is possible, but how to create it so that they can replicate this for their dealers, other consumers all over the country.
Yeah, yeah. And so I mentioned the beginning, and it makes me think about actually going back to the very beginning of KEF and THX being partners for a very, very long time. In fact, the first THX certified speaker with KEF was 25 years ago this month in July 1997. I've been with THX a long time, so it's even before my time there. And that was the reference series, the TDM 23 series. Um,
I remember it well, although I was not with KEF at that time. I was actually at that time working for a KEF dealer and sold some of that product into consumer theaters. And, it was really revolutionary what you could achieve. In fact, it was just breathtaking what you could achieve with that product 25 years ago. But state of the art is advanced so much beyond. We've learned so much more about what you can do, what you create, as well as on the recording side, the amount of content, the amount of detail, the steering, the fact that we now have a height component and a three-dimensional sound stage, so that today you just can be completely immersed in the emotion of the theater, and when the movie's done, you feel like you're almost one of the actors participating in the
right,
project.
right. Yeah, and well, sort of, thinking about, it's been 2 decades or more since we started working together, and a lot of development has happened that time.
Thank you for reminding
Yeah,
me.
that's right. I know. Well, one thing that was rather unique about the KEF speakers is the UniQ point source driver array, right? So maybe tell us a little bit the history behind that technology and how does it enhance the listener experience for rooms like these?
The UniQ technology was released in 1988. Our engineering team in the UK, back then it was sort of, pre-surround sound being a big thing. And back then people were listening to two-channel audio. And if you have a good recording on a two-channel audio system, you get this thing called imaging, which is the ability to close your eyes and listening to the various instruments spatialize the relationship between the instruments and the performers on stage. It's encoded into the recording, and a good system can reproduce that back out. The microphones that do the recording are effectively point sources. So the ideal loudspeaker is a point source to broadcast back out what the microphones took in. In conventional loudspeakers, because you have a high frequency and a mid frequency next to each other, you get some phase cancellation. And what that means simply is if you stand right in dead center on the speakers, you get good imaging and you hear one thing. And as you move off axis from the speakers, you hear something different and that sound stage collapses. And by going to UniQ, where we take the high frequency driver and put it at the acoustic center of the mid range, we're recreating over those critical frequencies a point source. We call it the speaker, sit anywhere speaker. And what we mean by that is in a conventional speaker, you sit dead center for the perfect sound. But with UniQ, anywhere between the two speakers is equal in the perfect sound. So you don't have to sit in the king or queen seat dead center. Every seat
Every
gives the
seat's a good
same
seat. Yeah.
experience. Yep. And that translates into theater for not just left, right, but front, back, so that the entire seating area is a perfect seat. And that can only be achieved with UniQ technology.
Right. That's a great approach to minimizing lobing in the mid and high frequency band. As like you said, as you move
Exactly.
across the seating area, that every seat hears the same frequency response as you move across that. That's great. So
Absolutely,
while
Steve.
we're talking about speakers,
Absolutely.
THX certified architectural speakers are used in this design. Why did you make that choice, and how did you implement that?
Well, KEF is known or very well known for our reference level and our higher end audio box speakers. That's been our heritage since we were, a young company in 1961. Although Raymond Cook, the BBC engineer who founded KEF, actually did research and wrote white papers in the 60s about how to take those speakers and put them into the wall. When we create a speaker, there's actually usually a box version and an analogous in the wall version because we don't want a consumer to have to say, I want to give up performance, I want to give up bass, I want to give up detail based on where they need to integrate it into their home. And when this room was being created, although we wanted the results of what the speakers to do to be forward and stand out, we didn't want the speakers themselves to be the focal point. We wanted the what is happening with the art of the movie being focal point. So when we were choosing this room, we used the in-wall versions of our speakers. And that's the series that we happen to partner with THX on because so many of these are used for extreme theater. In fact, we often call them our extreme theater range of speakers. That we work with you on the THX certification to guarantee that a consumer can achieve this same level of result in their own home.
Yeah, yeah. Um, you mentioned in previous conversations with us how the Music Lounge Theater is actually part of the KEF warehouse. Can you give us some
Yeah,
backstory on that and how that sort of juxtaposition happened?
absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, that was one of our challenges. We weren't building a building from the ground up. The building that we're in is KEF's U.S. headquarters and contains both office space as well as our full-on warehouse. And so we actually carved this space out of the back end of our warehouse and created, a space within it. So one of the biggest concerns was sound transmission. Now, normally in a home, you're concerned about the sound of the theater being transmitted out and bothering other people in the home. We had a different problem. If we go through that door, there were forklifts going back and forth right now, loading pallets onto trucks and pulling things off racks. And we needed to make sure the sound of what was happening out there was not going to enter into here and disturb the
Hmm.
audience.
Well, yeah, I remember we had one of our engineers come out there and certify the room, and he made all those tests to check the background noise levels, the isolation, and
Absolutely.
the audio. So I remember.
I remember it well. I think we were here. You put us through the ringer. I think he was here for somewhere between 12 and 14 hours of measuring and testing and tweaking before we were done. In fact, I think we almost couldn't find a place to eat. It was so late at night by the
Yeah.
time that we finished. But we managed to get him fed and back to his
Those
hotel.
engineers work crazy hours, right? So
They really do. They really do.
you just described how fantastic this room is and all the great technology that goes in there um, to make this, this amazing entertainment space. Do you have a favorite movie or album or something to listen to or watch in this space?
One of my favorites to show is the song "Never Enough" from The Greatest Showman, and it is as simple a scene as possible. You have an opera singer on stage in an opera hall singing, so it's almost a single voice, and the orchestra is audible but in the background, and you hear the spaciousness of the room. At one point, some timpani play, and if you've been to a live orchestral performance, you almost feel the timpani coming and rumming up through as opposed to hearing it as sound. And the orchestra pit is depressed below her. And this is remarkable because on the screen, the stage comes to the bottom of the screen. Our speakers are dead center on the middle height of the screen. So effectively, the center speaker is almost where her mouth is singing. Yet when you listen to that cut, the orchestra sounds like it's coming up from the pit at you below her feet, 4 or 5 feet physically below the height of any speaker in the room. And what that is a testament to how good the Atmos height steering experience is within this theater, because everything feels like you're at one of the great opera houses in the world. So I find that cut a lot of very entertaining. And when you're done, people are just sort of, stunned by it. Um, I think one of the more fun cuts that we use to demonstrate sort of the sense of action is in Ford versus Ferrari. And we've kind of settled on the cut where Mr. Ford comes in and they want to take him for a ride to show off the car and talk to him privately. And he's thrown back in his seat and he's sweating and he's crying. And as the car's moving and as they're hitting the brakes and swerving to avoid a truck and a barrier, you almost feel like you're being thrown around in your seat like they in the car, but it's being completely done in your head from the sound shifting and moving around you in relationship to what you're seeing on screen. So that's another one of our favorite cuts. And what we like about these cuts is it's easy to go loud. It's easy to make a gun go off and a cannon go off. Okay. What's hard is to put you in the emotional place that the director and the filmmaker is trying to achieve. And that's what good cinematic reproduction does.
Right, and it comes down to the clarity, and clarity is kind of component of room and speaker together, right? You can have those fantastic speakers, but if you put them in a room that is acoustically challenging, let's put it that way, highly reflective or something like that, you just don't get that
Absolutely.
clarity and depth. And putting those two things together really show off those components. And it's not, like you said, there's exciting scenes and you can put all this wonderful action, but really it's the subtle moments, the detail of, just quiet moments in that orchestra piece or whatever, that you're really impressed by the spaciousness that's created by the room, the system, inside that room, to make you feel like you're somewhere else.
Steve, you and I have had a long career in this industry, and we've sat through countless demos, good, bad, indifferent. But one of the things that you take away, especially at an industry trade show or when you go to someone's showroom and they want to show it off to you, is oftentimes you come out and you feel like you've been given a crew cut. You've got this kind of ringing in your ears because in order to impress you, they're turning it up to levels that really are not comfortable for a 15 or 20-minute demo, let alone watching a 2-hour movie or a Saturday double feature with the family. Your kids might got to be deaf if you do that. And one of the most impressive pieces that we've been able to achieve using the THX certified speakers, as well as you noted, um, the very well done um, um, acoustic treatments, is that whether you're listening at a very soft or modest level, or whether you're listening at a full on THX certified cinematic level, you're not gaining or losing the sense of envelopment, the sense of richness, the sense that the low frequency is a foundation supporting you and coming up, almost through the floor. And I think that's a very important thing in a home theater or a home cinema, because again, we don't want our kids to lose their hearing by the time they graduate high school. We want to be able to talk to each other within the room, yet still get the emotional
Yeah,
impact.
exactly. What's next for the room? I mean, you have it. It's built. It's great. What's your plan going forward? Now that you have this great space.
The plan going forward is to
Mm,
show it off, to use it, to
yep.
enjoy it.
Yep.
We were a little, I mean, I'm not sure if I said this, but we effectively, the state of New Jersey closed down for COVID about 45 days after we got our occupancy permit. Thank you very much. We made this, ginormous investment that's been sitting and kind of idling here for 9 months. Now that things are opening back up again, our plan is to bring as many KEF dealers from across the country through the space so that they can understand what they can then achieve for their customers, for KEF fans, for KEF enthusiasts countrywide. Um, for consumers who are conceptualizing and thinking of projects on this level, we urge them to get in touch with their local KEF dealer. And if they're going to be in this area and it's appropriate for the kind of project they're trying to achieve, then their dealer is going to be more than happy to make a phone call to KEF and set up some kind of visit and tour through the space.
Well, and with that, I'd just like to thank Dave for his time in this conversation. And I'd like to thank you, our viewers, for tuning in. And if you'd like to learn more about our partnership with KEF and other THX news, please visit www.thx.com. Until next time, happy listening.